There it is.
6:11.
There we are. 6:11. So, well, nobody's watching yet, but
That's impossible.
nobody's watching yet.
I
But
mean, all the ads you took out, all the money you spent on ads. I can't
no,
believe like 9 of
people
my
get,
friends aren't on here.
people are getting the notifications now. All 13 of them. So,
Okay.
I'm sure someone will be popping in sooner or later. But well, this is going to be recorded anyway onto YouTube and all that shit. So,
Oh my god.
if anyone's like, "Where's your background? Where's your usual setup?" I'm in my garage where it all started. Actually, this is where it
It
all
all
started.
starts in the garage. All great things happen in the
That's
garage.
so true.
Or
That's
start
so
in the
true.
garage.
What's his name? Amazon. What's his name?
Jeff Bezos.
Jeff Bezos.
Jeff Bezos.
Started by selling CDs in his garage.
Yeah.
And now, I mean, do you use Amazon?
Do we use Amazon? Are you kidding me? Hold on, they're at the door right now.
Yeah.
We use we have an Amazon delivery every day.
Right.
I mean, we have one every day. Not even like exaggerating.
Same here. I just look out the window and I'm like, the fucking Amazon truck is here.
Yeah.
It's just all day, every day. Sometimes multiple times in a day. Sometimes I order something and it comes like 2 hours.
Yes, I've had that happen where I ordered something at night and then in the morning I step on it when I walk outside.
Yeah,
pretty awesome.
I mean,
and it's all very important things. Very, very important things.
I mean, they literally have everything.
They kind of do.
Like everything.
Yeah, if you try to like punch in something obscure, and I don't think there's I don't know much about how they do it, but it's not like they have a big ass warehouse with everything. It's kind of like you order
all
it
over
and
the
then
place.
they just like grab it from somewhere, like, oh, there's a place 20 miles away that has it, and then they send it. You know what I mean? So.
Oh, I did without a doubt. I think they have stopped at CVS to get something.
Yeah,
house.
Oh, yeah.
Like without a doubt.
Yeah,
it's very fucking. It's convenient, you know. But it's kind of weird. All these stores around here are closing down because of shit like that, though. You know, like
yeah,
the CVS actually closed.
Yeah.
Because why would you? It's so much cheaper. It comes right to the door. I don't go to the store anymore. I can't.
Dude, the whole coming to your door is the key. Like it's just like to not have to get out and do all the. I mean, there's still plenty of shit you have to do where you got to get dressed, go out to the car, drive around, get out of your car, get your shit, and come back. But
right.
Hey, man, if it costs a couple extra bucks to have some other nitwit drop it off, I'm all down with the nitwits, dude.
That's right.
Me being one of the nitwits, because I do nothing but drive and deliver shit all day.
Yeah. So the 611.
Yes.
You took me there.
I did. I didn't go in. Oh no, I did. Those sunglasses I bought broke. They broke in half. Just dude, like they vaporized.
Phenomenal. I mean, they were literally great. From probably 1985. Let's talk about that actually. So I came up end of July to visit.
Yes.
And I didn't want to leave.
No, it was great. We had pizza. We had coffee.
It was paradise.
We have a bar. You took me to you got me to go to a bar. I never go to that bar. I know the guy who owns that bar, and I don't go to that bar.
That's probably the best bar I've ever been to.
You haven't been to very many bars. It's a pretty good
I've been to a ton of bars. But
it's literally an hour like that. Or it's a mile away, so I can walk to it if I had to. They got a lot of good stuff. There's always something going on. Yeah, it's called Screwballs in King of Prussia, Pennsylvania.
I follow them on Facebook.
Yeah. Pretty awesome.
I love that place. There's not a place around here.
Yeah.
That you can go and have $2 beers all day.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing.
That doesn't exist.
In King of Prussia, there are no mom and pa restaurants or bars. It's all that shopping center you went to where 611 is. Mm-hmm. There's no chains there. It's just, it's mom and pa stuff. Right. But everything else in King of Prussia is huge. Like, it's just all, whatever. It's all chains. So you can go there on a Friday, or like on Monday, you can go there for Monday night wings, and you can get billions of wings. You can get billions of wings for nothing. Like you can have You can have 10 adults with you. You can have wings and beer all night, and it's $100.
Right.
Where you do that anywhere else, and it's like $700. So
Right. Exactly.
yeah,
You go sit down around here and at a bar and get a beer. It's probably $7-8
yeah,
for like a bud.
yeah,
So yeah, that place I would have a lot of fun there. That's for
yeah.
sure. And I mean, where do you think they came up with the name 611?
611 just happened because it was. I think at one point it was a 7-Eleven. 7-Elevens were open 24 hours, but in the like where this place is situated, it's in like a neighborhood. There's no other like nobody's driving past it. It's not like it's on like a main thoroughfare. Is it thoroughfare? So I
I
guess
think
somebody
so.
just bought it years ago and said instead of it being open, and we're just going to open from 6 in the morning till 11 at night. That should be pretty good because 6 in the
Yeah.
morning people can go get coffee, and hey, seven's pretty late.
Right.
And then this way, whichever jerky's working there, they can go home and sleep for a little bit. So,
Yeah.
um, it's been 6-11 since I was a little kid. I think it's always been 6-11. I don't ever remember it being
I mean, it's such a
7.
blatant, obvious ripoff of 7-Eleven.
Yeah,
They just took a fucking number out.
yeah.
The place was weird. It was.
It's hard. I don't go. I've never.
It's like empty. It's one of those convenience stores that's empty.
It's empty. It smells bad. I bought I bought a candy bar there back in 1980, probably 1989, and I opened it up and it was like a Snickers bar and it was white and I looked on the expiration and it was 2 years past date.
Right.
Um but people go in there for cigarettes and lottery tickets probably, and the rest of the place is a dump.
Yeah. Yeah. No, it's horrible. Or I mean, those sunglasses were
The
something.
sunglasses were dope. They
They
were
were
they were $5. They were the
$5.
shit. They were comfortable, and then they broke. I don't even have a photo of them. I don't think.
That sucks.
Yeah.
They were so great. But it was such a great time, man. I had such a great time. You treated me like a king.
Well, you are. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? You are.
You took me on the tour of the fort,
Yeah.
which was incredible.
Yeah.
And then we went on a tour of the King of Prussia Mall,
Yeah.
which I think was even better.
And we found the rock shop. You love the rock shop.
Dude, that rock shop. I think about that. I think about that place often.
Yeah.
The rock shop, for all zero people, I don't understand why there's nobody here. I feel like I did something wrong. Like maybe it's not
Like started a podcast.
maybe it's not going through the right thing. No, it's live. It's live on here. Is it on my page?
Maybe that the biggest Phillies game of the year is on right now, so none of my friends are going on.
Maybe
that's it.
Maybe. I mean, I don't have any friends, so yeah.
No, of course not.
Wait, what did that just say? Hold on. Sorry.
I can totally hear.
Oh, we got one.
Who is it?
Probably me.
That was you.
Anyway, what were we talking about? What does this say? It keeps saying video contains. Oh no, that's another video.
Yeah,
Never mind.
that was you.
Sorry.
You saw your shadow. Okay.
What are we
So
talking
we're talking about the rock shop. We're talking about King of Prussia. We're talking
King of
about
Prussia Mall.
the tour of King of Prussia.
You got lost in the King of Prussia Mall.
I don't go there because we have Amazon, but
Yeah.
that was the second time I got lost in the mall.
That was an amazing mall, man. That rock shop was the
Yeah.
coolest thing ever. They had every record ever made.
Yeah, it was pretty big.
Yeah.
Big stuff.
Um,
And you bought a hat, the hat you're wearing right now.
Yep, we got the Phillies hat. A lot of my friends gave me shit about this.
Don't worry about
You
that.
know, I'm in New York. I don't give a fuck. I like it. I was looking for a King of Prussia hat.
They don't have King of Prussia hats. You're much better off with a Philadelphia Phillies hat.
I could have got an embroidered one, but you know what?
Yeah.
This is the one. I mean, look at this. It's got the
nice.
fucking the old man cord.
Yeah, it's got the little cord across it. That's awesome.
What else did we do? We went out to Anthony's, right? Is that Anthony's Coal
Fire Pizza. We went there. Got a bunch of pizzas.
Yep.
Garlic nuts.
I mean,
you went out twice to smoke.
You even served it up to me.
I served it up.
That's not a lot.
And you went with Amy Will Schleckweg and Elliot Joseph
Oh my
Schleckweg.
God. Yeah.
You
Your
did the full
family.
family dinner. It was killer.
Your family's amazing. Your wife is awesome. I don't understand how she.
We talk about it. I talked about it the other day. I said,
Yeah.
"What?" I said, "You had your shot. You didn't have to." I don't know
Yeah.
how I reeled her in.
I don't
I
know.
don't, and I'm not saying it as a joke. I've always wondered, like, what was she thinking? But I don't know. I'm not sure. You
Probably something
know,
to do with your wedding night.
it was probably maybe not even that. I don't know. I mean, you know what I mean. I'm like a below average when it comes to that kind of stuff. So I don't know. I
Oh
guess
shit, man, dude. It was great, and it was the only my only complaint is it was too short.
it was.
Um,
That's what my wife said on our wedding night.
there we go. Now we're getting started. We're just
Yeah.
warming
Now
up
we're getting
here.
started. Now
We're
we're
getting.
now we're getting started.
Some people better jump in here though, because
Yeah, yeah.
this is some bullshit.
I don't think anyone's jumping in. I think this is it. This is it, man. You know what I mean? It's like we showed up at the court with a basketball, and everyone said they were going to be here, and now it's just me and you playing horse.
Yeah.
You know?
You know what?
Fuck
I
it.
don't need it. I don't need anybody to
Hey,
show up.
look, I
It's
don't need
gonna,
anybody.
you
I don't
know,
need anybody.
I don't need anybody either. Although will admit I missed you, man. I missed you when I left. I was like, this is where I want to be. I was
I
happy
know.
there.
It's an easy place to be happy. Like,
Yeah.
like like other than like, we work, you go to work, you come home. I got Warren right down the street. He's probably playing cornhole right now. He goes out in his yard and plays cornhole, and then people like walk by and they start playing cornhole, walking the dogs.
Right.
On the weekends we go out to breakfast. We
Right.
go to our kids' sporting events. We go to the rock shop at the mall. We cut our grass.
You
We
don't go
wait
to
for
the rock
the
shop at the mall.
we wait for the
Hey, someone,
Amazon guy. Someone
someone,
came in.
someone gave us a thumbs up.
Okay, who could it be? Let's find out who they are.
Probably my wife.
Okay. My wife's walking the dogs right now, so she's not giving us a thumbs up.
um. Yeah, man. It's funny. It's like I don't know. I just don't. I don't want to be here anymore. I don't want to be in Long Island anymore. I'm tired of it. It's too much traffic, and I know the grass is always greener, but it
Yeah.
is. It is. I am just tired of it. I'm ready.
You ready
I
to
do
get?
love Pennsylvania, man.
It's
But
pretty
King
nice
of Prussia
place.
is expensive as fuck. I mean, we've looked at houses. It's
I
crazy.
know, but if you go just like where you're like your buddy you said lives in Phoenixville.
Yeah.
Phoenixville is probably a little less expensive and
Yeah.
it's not far. Like if you just go further out, it's a little less expensive. I don't know how the taxes are though.
Yeah.
Taxes around here are not that bad, but like yeah, prices have doubled. Like houses, we like I was telling you, we wouldn't be able to buy a house today. We bought our house in '09.
Right.
And if we tried to buy the same house today, we wouldn't make enough money to pay for it. It's stupid,
Yeah. Well, what's insane is you've seen my house.
Yes.
This house is going for like 550. It could.
Yeah.
That's crazy, man.
Yeah.
Like, but I have to be able to move somewhere that I can afford, no matter what.
Yeah.
Even if I sell this, I still have to pay off the remainder,
Yeah.
and I have to find something somewhat affordable and reasonable. And it's like, do I even want to fucking do that? Like, I'm settled here. I have my business.
That's the other thing too. Yeah.
My friends, my family's here, but like, I don't. I still don't even care. Like, I just wanna. I want to be somewhere else.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. It's a tough decision.
I'm smoking some weed now, getting ready for Jimmy. Jimmy should be
Oh yeah.
around 15 minutes from now or so.
Yeah.
What do we tell him? Like 7:30. Yeah. So
Yeah.
that should be interesting. I haven't talked to him in a while. I was just watching that the other day. That trailer for that episode we had with him was so funny.
Yeah, it was so funny. Once he gets talking, man. Once he gets talking on all his nonsense.
Yep.
Oh,
we got somebody here. Old fat guy BMX. Sup, y'all? I'm late, but here. Welcome.
Put him on. Can he get on? That's my buddy. That's
here. There's a link. If you go on to this, you see the chat here. There's a link.
Yeah, that might be Stoney. My boy Stoney McGee.
Oh, I've heard that name. Yeah, I know
he's
that guy.
he's a fellow Italian. You guys are probably cousins.
Probably.
He's really talented. he's like crazy talented. He did a thing on Factor Freestyle. The We Didn't Start the Fire, but he did it with
Oh,
BMX stuff.
yeah, I saw that.
Dude, it must have taken a billion years, but it's so well done. Like
Yeah,
everybody that saw it loved it.
right.
And it's a shame that more people haven't seen it or understood what it was, because it was
Mm-hmm.
so good.
Yep, I did see it. It was fucking hilarious. All right, so yeah, do you see that link on the side?
I see the link, yeah.
Okay, cool. So it's there now. If anybody wants to join in, they can. We're just bullshitting. We're just hanging out. It's Wednesday, right? Is it
Today
Wednesday?
is Wednesday.
Wednesday. I was so crazy busy today at work, and like I was trying to get prepared for this, and the Wi-Fi wasn't cooperating. I'm like, fuck that. We've never actually had one of these live streams work.
Yeah.
This is the first time it's actually working. Um, so that's good. That's exciting.
You think it's working. It's probably not recording though.
No, it's
That's probably
working.
gonna be, yeah, you think it is, but it might not be.
It's working. Oh, it records automatically on here.
Nothing's automatic.
No, it is. That's the one thing I know I did right is I set this up right.
Sure you did.
But other than that, I'm just doing this right on the fly here because
Yeah.
I'm sitting in my garage on my iPad and I can smoke as much as I want. And
I know, man.
I'm gonna just smoke.
Love to smoke.
Smoke.
You love
Where's
to
your
smoke.
Where's your cigar?
Well, I'm sitting inside, and I usually don't like. I haven't been smoking that much lately. I've kind of like lost the little, not lost it, but I just haven't been. Sometimes I'd smoke like 3 cigars a day, and now I'm like smoking maybe like 3 a week, if that.
Wow,
I just
3 cigars a day.
uh, hey man, it's better than 4.
I mean, who am I to talk?
Yeah, who are you? Yeah, what are you talking
But I
about?
thought a cigar, I feel like, is like it takes a long time to smoke a
Yeah, but I'm
cigar.
driving around all day at work from
Yeah.
7:30 in the morning till 4. I'm banging out
Yeah.
cigars on them long trips.
These things go out in 5 minutes. You know what I mean?
See that?
Um, Tell me about. So you've been on a couple trips.
Yeah, we went to the BMX Hall of Fame. It was pretty awesome. We had a good group of guys. We went, and if you look at any of the photos, I a while back um, on Amazon bought this like $2 money necklace. It was like a dollar sign gold with diamonds,
Yeah.
$2. From far away, it looks, even like close up, it looks like a real necklace. Like if you were like, a rapper, people would be like, "Wow, that thing must be really expensive." But anyway, I gave them away as an award a couple years ago, last year, at a bike contest, or at a bike show. Whoever had the dopest bike that you could ride, I gave them like their own little medal, which was the dollar sign. So when we went to this BMX Hall of Fame, there's a lot of people there, a lot of BMX racers and freestyle guys, and they're all our age or older. And we said, you know what, we're gonna go there, and we bought 60 of these necklaces, and we're like, we're just gonna wear them, and we're gonna hand them out. Now, if we start wearing them and hand them out, and people don't like them, and they think it's like childish, I came up
Right.
with a plan where I was gonna be like, I want these things to be successful, so I'm gonna make them successful. So I was gonna tell people, hey, I'm handing these out for you to wear, but one of them is real, and then that was going to be the big lie. But we didn't need to do that. When we first got there, a couple of us had them on, and we went into a coffee shop. And I asked the girl, like, she goes, "Oh, I like your necklace." And I said, "Hey, do you want to wear one? Do you want one?" She goes, "No." It's like, all right. Then the other girl had this big smile on her face. I said, "You probably want to wear one, don't you?" And she goes, "Yes." I go, "I'll give it to you, but you got to wear it all day."
Right.
She's like, "Okay." So I gave her one, because we had them in our pockets. You
Of
open them
course.
up out of the package. They get all excited, and I put it over her neck like a gold medal, and she got all excited. And then I look over at the other girl, and she's cracking up with her hands up to her face, smiling. I said, "You want one now, don't you?" And she's like, yes, I want one." So I gave her one. Now this is like 7:30 in the morning. So these girls had to
Holy
wear
shit.
them for the rest of the day. I
Yeah.
said, "You have to wear them all day. You can't tuck them. And if your boss comes in and says you got to take them off, you just got to get fired. You got to wear it all day." And they're like, "All
Right.
right, we're wearing it." Now, while that was going down, there was a famous BMXer, um, Travis Chipperay. He was in Rad. Okay, he was
Mm-hmm.
in Rad. He was on the lineup when they were doing like Mike Miranda and blah blah blah. Travis Chipperay. So I asked Travis before I went in to get my coffee, "Hey, do you want to wear one of these necklaces?" And he said, "Nah, I'm good." So when he watched it go down, where these two girls just completely lit up when they got their things, when they got their bling, I walked back out and he's looking at me. I go, "You want one now, don't you?" He goes, "Yes, I want one now." So he got one. It wound up that people were begging for them. And then the same morning that the coffee incident went down, I asked the most recognizable, most well known person in the sport of BMX slash freestyle. I asked the one and only Bob Osborne, the guy who started the magazines.
Oh, I know
He's the
that name.
Bob Osborne's the most
Yeah.
respected dude in the sport. I asked him if he wanted one, and he just went, "No, I'm good." By the end of the weekend, he came up to me. He
Yeah.
came up to me,
Yeah.
introduced himself, even though I had to talk to him 4 times that weekend. Asked me, he didn't ask me, he told me, he goes, "You're Large Ray, right?" And I said, "Yeah." And he goes, "I'd like to talk to you about these necklaces." He goes, um, "I'd like one now." I go, "I know you do." I go, "But I don't think you earned it." Now, this is Bob Osborne. This is a big time. I said, "I know you want one, but we're going to have to talk about this. Go sit down." And he went and sat down. And so I was with TJ
You
Lavin, and
have that power.
yeah, I
You
was
do.
with TJ Lavin. So he witnessed this. And TJ videotaped me talking to him and then giving him my necklace because I didn't have any more. Because it was the end of the weekend. So I gave him my necklace, and he was blown away because he's like, "You guys came here and made this whole event so much more fun because everybody felt like they were a part of something now because they were
Yeah.
wearing these necklaces."
Yeah. It's
And
great.
dude, the first lady that got up to the Hall of Fame to like do her acceptance speech, her name was Debbie Kelly. She's an old, like, 70-year-old lady, and she's all dressed up, and she had the damn money sign dead center on her chest, went up and spoke. So right there we knew we had everybody. And we made the whole weekend fun. People loved it.
Right. That's what you do. You
Yeah,
understand that?
it was
You
awesome.
bring the fucking party everywhere
We
you go.
bring the party.
You bring
And
the
the
party.
and the whole event was really awesome. And for me, the my favorite thing was we went to the Outsiders house where they actually filmed the movie The
Yes.
Outsiders.
I saw
And
that.
that was, dude, being in that house,
That's so
sitting in
cool.
that living room, like where the brothers were like talking and fighting, and Tubit was drinking his beer and eating chocolate cake. Like we were in that house, like right there, and the neighborhood and the park is right down the street. It
So
was awesome. It was
so
so
is it like a
awesome.
museum or is
It's
it someone's
yeah,
house or what is it?
it's a so up until around like 5, 7 years ago, I don't know the exact timeline. It was just a house that somebody rented, and somehow there's a guy from the group House of Pain, Danny Boy, who
Yeah.
used to be a BMXer. He used to like race BMX, I
Oh no
think.
shit.
So Danny Boy drove by and saw the house, and it was in like kind of bad shape. There are people living there,
Okay.
and I absolutely don't know the whole story, but the gist of it is he saw the house, bought it, the bought it from whoever, and like the people that were living there, he found a place for them to live, and it's in a bad neighborhood. It's not like in a very good neighborhood. Um, he bought the house, and in the back there's this whole like thing where they have like a gift shop, like a huge gift shop, like not huge, but like as big as a house. This gift shop with everything you could ever dream of that has the Outsiders on it.
Right.
Um, and then you pay $10 and then you go into the house, and there's like, it's just awesome. It's so cool. But the outside of the house is almost identical to what it was in 1986 or 83 when they shot the movie. So
That's so fucking cool.
it's really cool.
Did they restore it at all or is it
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
pretty
They
much
they they put a spit shine on it. Like painted it. They put furniture in it. Like
Yeah.
the house probably didn't look anything like that on the inside, but they just basically watched the movie, I guess, and then figured it out, and they have
Right.
it all. It's done beautifully. Like this guy Danny Boy, I would love to talk to him because it's a pretty big deal, I think, for him for what he did, because um people my age, or I don't know, whatever age, that movie was awesome, and that
Yeah.
movie like
Absolutely.
reminds you of your childhood, and to go to that neighborhood and see that house
Yeah,
is
it's surreal.
awesome. It's
Yeah.
so awesome.
Yeah.
So I loved it. I had a
Sick.
great time.
We got a question here in the chat from Kid Wilson.
Yes, read it
Ask
to me because I can't see it.
ask Large Ray if he was a kid today, would modern Flatland Street and Park have been something he would have been into?
Absolutely not. Oh my God, no,
All right.
no. It's
There
way.
you go.
It's way. First of all, it's way too hard. Um, and when I was into it back then, it was so tiny, and the only reason I did what I did, not that I did anything, but like it was because Gary Pollock and our friend Wally. Like Gary was the number one dude, and our friend Wally was able to drive us everywhere. But if it wasn't for those guys, even then, I wouldn't have been into it. Like I just would have been like, oh, BMX freestyle, and I would have done a few things with my friends, but I never would have traveled and been that into it.
Sure.
Um, to like, I think if I like, I mean, like my son's the same age now as I was when I started getting into it,
Mm.
and I don't think I don't think I would have been into it because there's kids now that aren't into it. Like my son, his friends have bikes, but none of them jump. Like none of them like try and like jump trash cans or do anything. It's a lot different now. So I absolutely, it's a great question, but
Yeah.
yeah, I would not be. I'd probably be like I'd probably just be playing football and um and smoking cigars, probably, because that's what I did when I was a kid.
Yeah. You smoked
Yeah,
cigars when you were a kid?
yeah, I told you that story, didn't I?
No.
Oh, when I was a little kid, there was a bowling alley we used to go to, and they would sell Philly blunts, and my dad would give me a dime, and he's like, "Yeah, you can smoke it, but smoke it over there because where we're bowling, it's going to be too smoky." So as a kid, my dad let me smoke. He didn't care. He's like, "What the, it's just a cigar. So you just puffing on it." And so I was in a camp when I was a kid called Camp Viking. It was like a day camp in the summertime, and we were going to the bowling alley. And I asked my dad. I said, "Hey, we're going to the bowling alley. Can I have a dime to get a cigar?" And I bought a cigar. At that point, I was probably like 10, and every time I went to the bowling alley, I bought a cigar, and
Wow.
they about shit their pants when I bought a cigar and lit it up, and they like knocked it out of my hand, and I got in trouble.
Well,
Wasn't
what's
as bad as ringing the Liberty Bell, but I got in some trouble.
well, I don't know what's crazier, like a 10-year-old smoking a cigar or someone selling a
Well,
cigar
no,
to
you
a
just
10
you
year
just
old.
you just buy it from the machine. They had
Uh,
cigarette machines, and they had
the good old days.
yeah, the good old days. You just go up. They had like talcum powder and tape and some other stuff. Like it was like stuff for you'd use for bowling. And then they just had they had Philly blunts for 10 cents, and I'd always buy. And I tried smoking like a Philly blunt recently, like in the past couple of years, and you can't even smoke them. They're so gross.
Right. Yeah.
So,
Yeah. Those are.
but dope addicts like you load them up with marijuana and smoke them.
No, I buy pre rolls now. I'm fucking.
Okay,
I'm an adult now.
yeah, you're an adult. Sure,
I
you are.
get them prefabricated.
Yeah.
What was I gonna say though? See, I smoke too much of this stuff. Now I can't
Was that the only
connect.
question?
Yeah, that was the only
We only got
question
one question.
so far. So far, okay. Wait till what's his name pops on. Jimmy, hopefully. If
No,
not,
Vinny's
whatever.
out, man. He ain't coming in now. Are you
He's
kidding
not
me?
coming in.
No, he probably ate some hamburgers. We'll never see him.
um, yeah, I fucking miss the days of the cigarette vending machine.
Well, Gallo was doing a show just say 5 years ago at a place, and they had a vending machine, and I just went to a place. Where did I go? I just went to a place in the past year. We went, and they had a vending machine for cigarettes, and it was like they're like $20 a pack in the vending machine. But
Yes.
there are vending machines that still have them.
Yeah. But there was nothing cooler than pulling out that big knob.
Yeah.
You just don't have shit like that anymore.
No.
We got another question here. Hey, Mike, was your bro at one time engaged to Chris Dauchi? I don't think they were ever engaged. No. I mean, they were together for a while, but
They were together for a while. Yeah, I don't know.
yeah,
Yeah,
I don't think there was any engagement. I could be wrong, but
Yeah.
I'd have to ask the man himself.
Yeah.
Which I got him on a podcast. Are you aware of that?
What?
So the last one not the last one I did, 2 episodes ago, with my friend Chris from Fences. He has all the tattoos.
Yeah.
Had him on. He said, try to get your brother on. I said, there's no way. He's not going to do it. He's not going to do it. And he wound up calling me while I was doing the podcast, and I just put it on
speaker. Did you just put him on speaker?
And we just went for it.
Yeah.
And I mean, I asked him about it, and he said he would do it. Maybe he wasn't sure. He didn't want to come on video.
Yeah.
But if anyone's interested in that, it's I think 2 episodes ago on my Hell Fucking Yeah YouTube page.
Yeah.
And it's crazy. It's like 2 hours long, and it's fucking insane. I had to cut like 15 minutes out.
Wow.
It was really off the wall. But it was pretty funny.
Yeah.
It was definitely entertaining.
No, I think if I just got like that time when we were at the house a couple years ago, and we were just sitting there talking to him, and there's like we were just talking about doing tricks. I was asking about like certain tricks and certain bikes. People would want to hear that. Freestyle dudes would want to sit and just hear that.
Absolutely.
And we weren't doing anything crazy. It wasn't anything hard for him to do. Just sitting there talking, but he doesn't, he's in a different world than we are, and I think he just gets freaked out talking.
Yes. Absolutely. But just on the fly, I was able to put the phone up to the microphone and capture it all, and it's pretty wild.
Yeah,
it really is. It's pretty insane. So what else is going on? What's Phillies are on tonight?
Phillies are playing right now. Hope anyone that's the 2 people that are watching, don't give me any updates. They're probably not watching, but I'm DVRing it right now, and the Phillies were in the lead 1-0 when I stopped watching it.
Okay.
So I'll watch it later tonight.
Okay. Yeah, I got my Phillies hat on. I know we covered that before, but there's maybe one other person in here.
And I was in Queens. I was in Queens October. Was it October 5th? Or was it it was before October.
Yeah, I remember you texting me about it.
Yeah, it was the end of September. We were there. It was awesome because I saw a lot of guys that we rode with when we were kids, like from New York. There's this dude, Elby. He didn't even know who I was. I'm like, Elby, what's up? And he's like, how do you know who I'm like, dude, we used to ride together. But we met a bunch of the New York dudes were there kicking it. It was the Haro back for more in 24, and Wilkerson broke his collarbone and like 10 ribs doing a double air with Simon Tabron. But it was good. It was a good show, and it was pretty awesome. And then it poured rain, and then it rained like a son of a bitch. It rained like crazy. As soon as they were done, we're like all this like wind, and we're like, oh no.
Yeah.
And it started raining. We had to get out of there. We hightailed it out of there and drove home from Queens again in the rain. Took forever again on a Saturday again.
That kills me. I hate getting caught in the rain. I fucking hate it. We have this concert venue by us. And I got to ask you something about these shows that you go to. I'm getting off track here. But what was I saying? Fuck.
I don't know.
We have this I fucking lost it.
Good work, man. Way to go. Take another hit of that pre-packaged marijuana. You're doing
Dude,
great
this
on it.
happens to me all day long, no matter what.
Yeah.
I'm in the middle of fucking sentences, and oh, well, I remember what I wanted to ask you at least about the shows.
And what's that?
Um, are you like kind of like a celebrity at these shows? Because I feel like you kind of are in a way.
No, yeah, not a celebrity, but people know. Like people definitely come up and be like, "Hey, Ray, what's up?" And um, like I went to the York Jam, and there's a few people come up and talk, people that I don't know, people that like I have no idea who they are. A lot of people grew up watching the Dorkin series, like
Yes.
Dorkin New York, so they'll come
Yeah.
up and they'll ask me to sign like a number plate or their Dorkin or their York Jam shirt, which is always fun. But yeah, like they definitely like I last year um my sister-in-law lives right near where the York Jam is. And so her and her husband Tim, who was like sort of like a plywood hood back in the day, he rode
Hmm.
with those guys. They all come to the York Jam. And my niece Caitlin, like last year, she's like, "How do all these people know you?" And I'm like, "What do you mean?" She goes, "Like everybody's like walking by going, 'Hey, what's up, Ray? Hey, what's up, Ray?' And she goes, 'And I can tell you don't know who they are.'" I'm like, "Oh no, they're just people that like, that have been here before and like they kind of know my name, so they just say hi." So,
Yeah.
but the word celebrity I would use very loosely.
I was looking for a better word, but yeah, I mean, everyone knows who you are because
Everyone knows who I am.
like I said before, you have that personality. You know what I mean? That it's so easy. It's so easy
Yeah,
to hang out with you. And I gotta get over there, man. I gotta get to PA. I gotta get out of New York.
gotta get out of
I
New
know I've
York,
said
man.
this already, but like that's where I'm at, man.
I'm telling you, man. I'm
I'm
telling
ready
you
for
though,
something new,
if you opened up a barber shop, I mean,
dude.
it cost $1 billion probably. Like you'd have to find someone that had,
Well, why would it cost a
uh,
billion dollars?
because the rent here is like you'd have to charge $1,000 for a haircut because the rent the rent like if you had like a single standing place in King of Prussia, like there's like little shops and stuff, it'd be the rent is like $20,000 a month to just like I mean like look it up in the mall, look up go to the interweb, look up Simon, whoever owns the King of Prussia Mall, Simon something, and
Simon, yeah.
and find out what it costs to rent the smallest space in the mall. It's probably 20 grand. Ladies and gentlemen, Stony McGee.
What's
What's
going
up,
on,
Stony?
fellas? I heard there's
Yeah.
a 420 friendly party going on over here.
Are you
There
a
is,
pothead? Are
there
you a
is.
pothead?
Welcome.
Oh my God, you have no idea.
I don't. I have no idea. No, I didn't know.
They call me Stony Ray,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. See
and they
that the
legalized
stuff
it
that's
in
the stuff
Illinois. And
that's
what's
right in
good?
front of me. I can't see.
That might have some connotation for
Well, let
sure.
me tell you something. If Jimmy comes on,
Yeah, where the
Jimmy's
fuck is he?
I don't know, but Jimmy is the stoner of all stoners. He's got like I mean like if you pat him on the back like 9 edibles
Oh, dude,
and and joints and
that episode we did with
CBD
him,
oil and everything else fall out.
that episode we did with him, he was just like
Yeah, oh, yeah, he was doing bong hits and
fucking just
oh,
every
it's a
possible thing you can
mess.
use.
You gotta be careful with edibles. They will make you
Yes,
leave your body and go somewhere else.
Oh, I
yes.
have I have
Some of them are
stories of
too
him.
much.
I have two funny stories about edible crap. Like one, Vinny gave me some edible. He gave me these like little gummy bears. He's like, just bite the head off one because of something. And I bit the head off, nothing happened. Ate the whole thing, nothing happened. Then I ate the other one, and I was like, and like 2 hours
Yeah,
went by, and I'm like, these things blow. And then all of a sudden, it was like, boom, and I'm
Wolf of
like,
Wall Street.
I'm probably gonna die. Like I'm probably gonna die. And
yeah.
then so that was like one episode, and then the other one was my brother. I went to his house and I smelled a little marijuana. I was like, "What does that smell?" And he goes, "Oh, I made some brownies and blah blah blah." And I was like, "Oh, okay." He's like, "Hey, I'll cut you off a little piece and you can eat it
Oh, that
later."
piece
I was
looks
like,
good.
"Okay." So he cuts me off this like piece of brownie, and I come home, and I think it was like a Friday night or something, and my son, he was little at that time, and he like went to bed, and I was like, you know what, I'll eat this brownie, I ain't doing nothing. So literally, as I'm eating the last piece and licking my finger, I get a text from my brother, and he goes, "Hey, only eat about a quarter of that. It's pretty strong." And I'm like, "Oh no." So then I had to just go put myself to bed. But if I didn't have my experience with Jimmy's little gummy bears, I probably just would have had to call 911. But I was fine.
Yeah, man. You know, some of those things you take them, you take a little bit, and you're not feeling anything. So
Yeah, you
naturally,
take another one. You
you
take
take
more.
another one, and then you don't realize it takes sometimes 45 minutes, even to an hour to kick
Yeah.
in.
Why? Yeah.
An hour later, you're like
They should
fucking
have instructions on those
floating.
goddamn
Yeah.
drug addict
I like to
pills,
just take the
gummies.
edge off. I don't really need to be like on the fucking ceiling.
See, I
You know
don't need to
what I mean?
take the edge off of anything though. I don't have an edge. I'm not. There's no edge. Maybe that's
That
part of
you
it too.
definitely don't have an edge.
I
That's
don't
for
have an
sure.
edge.
You are like the most laid back person. Have you ever like yelled at anybody?
I did. I yelled at a guy. I
Like a
yelled at a
serious,
guy
like
the
you were
other.
angry?
I yelled at a guy last week because I went to Costco and people were hoarding toilet paper again,
Mm.
and a man and a woman they had two flatbeds and they were taking the last of all the toilet paper,
Oh
and
man.
I fucking let the guy have it,
Oh my God.
and
What'd
he
you
thought
say?
I was gonna beat him up, and I grabbed a thing of toilet paper, and then he yelled at me a little bit, and then I just to do it, I took another one. I was like, "Go ahead, fucking what are you gonna do?" And then I just fucking took him and left.
There's
There's
nothing
a lot more
more.
to it, but I don't want to get into it while on a thing here. But
I get it. I get
we
it.
let each other have it, kind of, and I won.
There's something about that. It's just such a selfish, like I got my shit, fuck you,
Yeah,
kind of attitude that just sucks so
yeah,
bad. So good for you. I'm glad you did that.
yeah. So now we have a whole bunch of toilet paper because I got two industrial things of toilet paper now.
Yeah, actually,
And the
I gotta
strike
say,
never happened. And the strike never happened. So now we just
That's the
got
best
a
part
lot
of
of.
it.
yeah. What'd you say, Stony?
I said that's the best part of it. All the hoarders, all the selfish people
Yeah.
who just
Yeah.
stepped on everyone else so that they could get ahead. And what
Yeah.
happened?
That's it. That's it.
That's awesome.
It's this
Yeah.
whole attitude of like I'm important. That's
Mm.
it. Nobody else.
Yeah.
You know, share a little bit. You know, there's like no sense of community. It's just like
No, not at
fuck
all. Oh,
you.
not
How many
not
people like
these
know their
days.
neighbors anymore? It's not even really
Nobody.
a thing. No.
You know what? Here's a great one.
Uh-huh.
Talk about that. I have a friend that lives right in my neighborhood, and he has a place in Clearwater, Florida, and his place got flooded up to the roof, flooded.
Right.
And when he moved out there, like not moved, but they got a place. Just say it was like 6 months ago. He's a pretty like keep to himself guy, and we're like, dude, what are you gonna do if you retire and move there? Like, you're not gonna meet anybody or have any friends because you don't talk to anybody.
Mm.
Well, he goes out there and his house floods, so he had to float over to his neighbor to the second floor to get into their house. And then when the
Shit.
water
Imagine that.
subsided, everybody's outside cleaning up. And through the hurricane, he met like 10 of his neighbors. And now they're like a gang, they're buddies. So sometimes you need some bullshit like that to happen to then meet your neighbors. It's like around here, you don't even know who your neighbors are, but if it snows, you're waving to everybody and like helping them clean their
Right.
sidewalk and
Right.
whatever. So,
It seems to always take some kind of a tragedy
yeah,
or even something smaller like a big storm for people to come together for just
yeah,
that one moment, and then once the snow melts, it's fuck
yeah.
you, but back. It's really weird. It's really weird.
Yeah, I don't think we're ever gonna do it on Earth where people realize this, where it's so much easier. It takes so much less effort to be nice than to be
Right?
a dick. It takes so
So
much
easy.
effort to be a dick.
It
It takes
does.
so much more thought. It takes so much more energy.
Right.
It's such a pain in the ass to be a dick,
Right.
but people do it. Where it's so much easier to just help people or
Yeah.
be nice or be
Yeah.
happy. You
Totally.
know,
Totally, man.
fuck these motherfuckers. But
Yeah.
anyway, look at fucking Stoney's jug, that big ignorant
Oh my
fucking
God, it's like a
trash
Palm
can. Look
Springs
at that
dispenser.
thing. That's the thing. That's the thing you flip over on a water cooler.
Yeah.
What the fuck? Oh, I forgot to tell you, Stoney's 7'9", dude.
I drink
That's why that
500
thing.
gallons
That's
of
why that
water a
thing looks
day.
so. That's why that thing looks so small. He's really a giant.
Stoney, that pizza looks pretty good. I'm
Oh, it's
starving.
crappy pizza. It's
It's
Papa
crappy?
John's, but I thought it would be here quick, so I was like, okay, I'll go with that, whatever. And it
Wait a
took about
minute.
an hour
Wait a
and a
minute.
half.
With
That's why I
your
was
wait
late
a
coming
minute.
in.
Whoa. With your Italian heritage, you ordered a Papa John's. I should slap you with that.
It was under protest. This is by no means my first choice. But
Well-
like I said, I thought it would be here quick.
Stoney, where do you live? What's your
I'm just on the border of Illinois, Chicago, or I'm sorry,
Okay.
Indiana, Chicago.
Indiana, Chicago? Well, Chicago's got good pizza.
Yes.
That
if you
deep
like
dish
that.
bullshit. that
No,
nobody
we
likes.
don't. No one here eats deep dish. We all eat. It's called pub style pizza, where it's cut into little squares. That's what we eat here.
Yeah, that's good stuff.
I fucking love pizza. I eat so much pizza.
Yeah.
Like a lot.
He eats a lot of pizza.
Yeah.
He had pizza for breakfast at my house.
I did. I had it for dinner and then I had it for breakfast. That's
Yeah.
pretty much a regular day.
Yeah, pizza's the one food like you can literally eat every day, and you're never like, oh, I just had pizza. It's like you can just have pizza.
I think it's the world's perfect food.
Yeah,
It's got all the food groups. You can eat it cold. You can eat it hot. It's just it's quick. You know.
Yeah,
it's the best.
Gets the job done.
Gets the job done.
Does
job done. So
what are you up to?
I have some. I've heard through the grapevine that you're a wrestling fan.
I am.
So I got some stuff to show you.
Stoney. Oh,
Stoney coming in here. I love
it
it.
hot.
I love
Stoney
this.
is coming in hot. He literally is coming in hot.
Yeah, I like this. We were just warming up there. Now we're
Stoney
going.
was or is or always will be a professional wrestler.
I always will be. I said
it.
I've been involved in every decade of my life since my 20s. So my 20s, 30s, 40s. I just turned 50 and I want to do it one last time.
You're 50?
Yeah,
I thought you were a young kid.
I just turned 50 on August 15th.
Oh, shit.
Wow. Hey,
Yeah.
50 is a new 40.
And the body is feeling it. And yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, so check this out. This was, I want to say 2010-ish.
Okay.
Wait, no, 2000-ish. My bad.
I see Ric Flair.
I'm on the right.
Woo.
Well, I'm the one in the flannel.
Okay.
thing going
Yeah.
on.
Yeah.
The
Yeah,
guy
that's kind of cool.
the guy next to who's everyone in that picture? It was hard for me to see a little bit.
There we go. The one in the white shirt's my brother. The guy in the middle is Ric Flair, and
Yep.
the funny-looking guy with the goatee is me. And no idea who that guy is or that guy is.
Oh, okay.
They're probably handlers or something like that.
Handlers.
That's awesome.
Ric Flair's hands. Let me tell you, because
Uh-oh.
this was like the moment of my life. Ric freaking Flair,
Yeah.
and we waited in line for probably 20 minutes, not too bad. And this was when Nitro was the Monday Night Wars were going on, and Nitro was winning. So Ric Flair was like, this was the peak of his career, and he's sitting at the table. It's my turn, and I walk up, I put out my hand. Mr. Flair, 15-time world champion. It's an honor. He grabs my hand, and I don't have little hands. Like I have.
Stoney's a pretty big dude, I would say.
Yeah.
I'd say Stoney's taller than me.
Seems tall. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, we
Uh-oh.
lost.
He hit his Stoney, where's your sound?
Sound went off.
Sound is off. You hit mute.
You hit a button somewhere, maybe.
His
Check.
yeah, your boner
Okay.
hit the mute button.
Where'd I leave off?
There we go.
Okay.
You're saying you were giving us each
your hands.
$2,000?
So I stuck out. Yeah. I thought you're a good guy, so I figured I'd bump it up to 20. You know, I'm a little generous like that. But he sticks out his hand, and it engulfed mine. Literally, I felt like a little 3-year-old kid holding an adult hand. That's how little my hand was.
No shit.
Now he chops people.
Yeah.
That's part of his regular repertoire. I don't want that man to chop me with those hands. I gained a whole new respect for Ricky Steamboat and everybody who he's Sting, everyone he's ever chopped, because now I know, dude.
Yeah.
That's a weapon. That's a weapon. So
Yeah.
that's my Ric Flair story.
Absolutely. So was he cool? It seems like he got to talk.
Oh,
He had to
couldn't
have
have
been
any
cool.
cooler.
He is the same.
Really?
I would
Cool.
say he's probably the same dude you always see. I don't picture Ric Flair being a dick.
Mhm.
Yeah,
And the
we,
best
we
part
got a
about
lot
Ric
of mutual.
Flair, the best part about Ric Flair is his real name is Ric Flair. Like that's the best part.
Is it really?
Kind of.
Well, he's adopted, but his name's Ric
Okay.
Flair.
FLEIHR or something like that.
His name's Ric Flair.
His daughter wrestles too, and she's insane.
I want to see how big her hands are.
She's huge. She's like an Amazon.
I want to see how big her hands
She's
are.
huge. She's awesome. She really is.
All right, I got. Let's see. Oh, you'll dig this.
I love this, man. This is great.
So, I was at a
Ray's gonna go to
show
sleep
in Gary,
wrestling.
Indiana. This was when ECW was running hot, and Balls and Axel and New Jack were outside. From what I gathered, they stole someone's ATM card, and they were trying to figure out how to get the PIN number out of it or something. I overheard it, but I saw him, and I was still training at the time. I wasn't a wrestler, so I wasn't gonna drop any names, but so they let me take a photo. Which is kind of that's a pretty cool picture.
Yeah.
Are they going to jail there?
It looks that way. I don't remember whose idea it was to pose that way, but
That's awesome.
they're all dead now.
They're
No
all
shit.
dead now.
Isn't that wild?
Oh man, that's crazy.
Yeah. So that was
Who is everyone in there?
Were you an ECW fan at all?
Yeah, a little bit.
That's New Jack. On the African American gentleman is New Jack. The one in the middle was Axel Rotten, and the one in the blue and red was Balls Mahoney.
Okay. Nice. That's sick. And they're all dead now.
They're all dead.
It's so crazy. Some of the shelf lives wrestlers have, even if it really doesn't have to do with wrestling. Like, they just don't live long, man. It's really wild.
Well, the deaths plateaued and went. They leveled off because in the 90s it was all Oxycontin, steroids, muscle relax, you name it. They were on it, just trying to drown their demons.
Right.
And now they check that. So
yeah.
And there's counseling available for people if they need it. So
yeah, absolutely. No, they're definitely treated a little better nowadays. And if you're lucky, someone like The Rock or John Cena, they become actors, and they kind of get out of it at an earlier age in their life. But that's rare, there's not.
It is.
There's two of them, you know what I mean? It's just
like you'd be amazed at the wage gap between the main eventers and the opening. I don't want to say jobbers, but the people at the bottom of the card.
Right.
The jobbers.
Jobbers. Yeah.
But you'll both dig this one, I think.
I'm trying to see who that is. That Undertaker?
Terry Funk.
Oh, Terry Funk. Okay. Wow.
Yeah. I don't even know who that is.
What?
I don't know a lot of wrestling.
I don't know wrestling.
The wrestling. Here's the wrestling I watched when I was a kid. It was probably in the 80s, like the early 80s. It was on channel 17 or UHF, they called it in this area. And
That's
it was
the Weird Al movie. UHF.
Yeah, and it was the guys were. It was Bob Backlund, Andre the Giant, Big John Studd, the Moondog Brothers, something Saito and whatever, Sergeant Slaughter, all those guys.
It wasn't WWE or
I don't know what it was called. I don't know who.
Probably
it was called.
AWA.
But
was Hulk Hogan there?
Yes, but later, like kinda. I mean, like when they would do these bouts, sometimes it'd be like they were in a studio and there'd be like no fans. It looked like
that was
sometimes.
AWA.
Yeah, and we loved it. Like we loved it. We would go nuts. And then one day we're watching, and there was this one guy, Dave something, and he was from King of Prussia. We almost died. We're like King of Prussia, but it was nuts. Stoney and I always talk about if if we could go back in time, if Stoney could be the wrestler and I could be his hype guy, be his manager guy that comes out with the cane yelling at the people, that would be the most fun you could ever have. Going out there and yelling at the kids while Stoney's, going out. Oh
Yeah,
my God, if we
Tell
could
me
only
Ray
do
wasn't
that.
made for that. You were
Oh,
dude,
so made to do
dude.
that.
I would
First
have
of all,
wore
first of all,
just like the tight pants with a big fluorescent yellow shirt on with the gold chains and the
yeah,
hair and just waving my finger at kids telling them to shut up. Oh
yeah.
my God, it'd be so fun.
First of all, one look at Ray, and he looked like a wrestling fan.
I look like Captain Lou Albano. I could do the thing. I could have been Captain Lou.
Another look at you, you look like a fucking wrestler. Like, I can't believe you're not into wrestling. You should, and you'd be an amazing manager. Absolutely, absolutely.
That's so funny.
Yeah, I think you missed your calling there.
I did. I missed it.
Yeah.
I totally missed it.
So
Unless Stoney wants to start back up, I'm in. I told him if he wants to, pop some Percocets and get a weight bench, and maybe a toupee or something, and we can go out and do it.
so
I still have all my hair. Thank you
I
very
know.
much.
I'm just trying to be silly.
so Stoney, you actually were a wrestler?
I started out with CM Punk actually,
Get out of town.
way back in the day.
Holy shit.
97, I want to say ish.
Okay. Wow. And how long did
was-
you do it for?
I bounced in and out of it.
Mhm.
All of my from like 25 until probably 32 or 3 ish.
Okay.
And then I got involved with a buddy of mine who I knew way back in the day. He started working for Billy Corgan, and so he invited me to get involved with that, and I started training again at 40 years old, which was
Oh
really
my
stupid.
God.
So
Wow.
stupid.
Wow.
But I couldn't pass up the opportunity.
I could have. I can pass up a lot of opportunities. It's really easy. You just go, no thanks.
No,
anyway.
man. This was because
Yeah, that's huge though.
the Fed was based on we were filming a reality show based on the Fed, and we were supposed to replace Mad Men on AMC. And we were getting on buses to go to Minnesota at a zombie pub crawl. And we were doing a show there, and they came in and said, AMC pulled the plug, and this is the last time we're doing this.
That probably saved your life. What are you talking about, dude?
It did
40-year-old Stoney getting
right.
jumped, pounded on the head, top
Yeah.
turnbuckle.
They had me doing security. I know nothing about security.
Oh, that's easy. Just go, hey, stop that. Get away from there. And just have 911 on speed dial.
But
That's all you
there's
gotta do.
a season and a half filmed and edited, and we don't know if it's ever going to see the light of day.
Probably
wow.
not.
I don't want it to.
I wouldn't wait. I wouldn't sit around and wait for it.
That's wild though. So you're done now.
Unless some kind of opportunity jumps at me, which I don't see happening.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm in the chiropractor every week. My body is like, no more, dude.
Wow.
But it was adventures, life
Yeah.
experience.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Yeah, well, like I was saying before, it's hard. It's people don't realize it. Yeah, it's a predetermined thing.
Dude, wrestling is. I'm not even a wrestling fan, and I'm telling you right now, it has got to be the hardest sport to do. Just the way they jump.
I agree.
They beat the shit out of each other. What they get out of it, usually they're killing themselves and they're not even making any money. It's like it's unbelievable. It's unbelievable.
It really is.
Well, like you were saying, if when you were getting into BMX, if they were doing it how they're doing it now, would you still do it? And you said no. That's how I feel about wrestling.
Yeah.
Because it's nothing but flippity floppity flippity floppity. It's not wrestling.
Yeah.
It's Cirque du Soleil in a wrestling ring.
Yeah. I think it takes so much skill to try to not hurt somebody.
Well, here's something, Stoney. Think about today, and like I said, I don't watch any wrestling at all, but I know that it's a huge thing. What do you call it? A huge what's it called? I can't think of the name. What I'm trying to say, production. With the outfits and the characters and the arenas and all that stuff. But if you look at like a George the Animal Steel in 1984, that was as entertaining as you get. Like George the Animal Steel and a pair of a pair of Speedos with Bob Backlund and those two beating the shit out of each other. When I was 11 years old, that was the most entertaining thing in the world.
Yeah.
So it's like it's crazy how things have changed.
But here's the difference. If you're putting on a good match, you don't need all the glitz and glamour or anything else.
Vinny! Jimmy, we have a guy on named Stoney who engages in marijuana sometimes.
I'm Stoney. What's up, bud?
Jimmy,
How are
you're
you,
here.
Stoney?
You're here. So
Who's that,
late,
Mike?
but
You
so
just jumped
on
into
time.
wrestling and marijuana chat.
Who's that, Mike?
It's me.
He goes, "Is
What's up,
that
bro?
Mike?"
What's up, man?
Oh, there
How
you
you
go.
doing?
Good, bro.
Oh, Vinny
We're just
wrestled in
getting
high
started
school,
now.
I bet,
Jeez.
or
And
somewhere.
a little
Vinny.
bit of and a little bit of
Oh, I
college.
call Jimmy Vinny, by the way. Yeah, Vinny wrestled and smokes marijuana. You guys are probably cousins.
Jimmy wrestled too?
Yeah,
Yeah.
dude, Vinny did it all,
Get
dude.
the
I
fuck
can-
out of here.
I could jump
Yeah.
right in the conversation if you guys are talking about weed and MMA or wrestling. Yeah, I'm right in there.
Stoney's telling his stories. He was a wrestler himself.
Although, jump in,
And
please. I do want to hear it.
Well,
Well, I don't
Stoney's
know. I don't know where you are. I don't know where we are. I could.
Jump right in, Jimmy. Jump right in.
Well, I couldn't smoke during wrestling season actually, so that didn't work for me.
Okay.
Because I was at that school
That
that I
sounds
couldn't do that stuff at.
Vinny
What
went
state
to
are
a
you
bad
in,
boy
Jimmy?
school up in upstate somewhere, up country somewhere. Where'd
Maine,
you go?
bro. Maine.
He went to the Hyde School in Maine where
Maine.
bad kids
Bath,
were.
Maine. Yeah, they didn't
No
kick
shit.
you out. It was hard to get kicked out. I got kicked out of every other school.
He was a
Wow.
problem child, believe it or not.
I believe it.
Unlike myself.
I believe
Ray.
I was just bringing joy to the world.
Tell me the
He was out
problem
trying to-
wasn't. Tell me the problem isn't with the world.
Oh no, it's you. Your helmet's all screwed up. Believe me, because we live in the same world, and my world's fine, dude. You know what I mean? Stoney will
His head-
figure it.
Stoney, his
Stoney
head
will
is in
figure
the
it all
sand.
out.
Stoney, his
Stoney,
head's in the sand.
you listen to Jimmy here for about 10 minutes, and then you'll give us. Stoney will give us his diagnosis of what's wrong with you.
Oh, all right. Dr. Stoney, the doctor is in.
Look at him looking. Look at him looking.
I want to see who I'm talking to. Stoney.
Yeah, look at them goggles he put on.
It's my dad's. My dad's glasses. He used to play poker in them.
And racquetball.
That's amazing. So, you smoking right now, Jimmy?
Is he?
About to. Yeah, just got
Me
back
too.
from
Me too.
dinner.
Well, we're gonna light up together.
And
Wait, Mike, I didn't really know you partook that much.
I do. I partake.
Stoney, have you already done this? He's
Bam!
he's vaping. Gotcha.
You know, Jimmy, you missed it before. Ray was like, Stoney, I didn't know you were like such a weed,
And he said, "My name's Stoney."
He's like, my name is Stoney.
I don't
Right?
know.
Well, how did
Dude,
Matt
I
give
can
it
break
away?
it down to specific strains. I'm into it.
Wait, Stoney, what was your wrestling name?
The last one was, geez, what was it? Diablo Jones?
Was it
Diablo-
ever Stoney?
Diablo something, I want to
Okay.
say.
So this is like real wrestling.
Yeah.
Not that collegiate shit. No, you're talking
We're talking
With
Sports
WWE.
entertainment.
with crowds and shit. Yeah, no.
Yeah,
you
yeah,
did- yeah, nice.
That was years ago. I'm not that guy anymore.
What's your favorite move? What was your
I was this very stupid hardcore wrestler.
nice?
All we did was use weapons. Because there were guys who were good at wrestling and flippity floppity stuff, and that wasn't me, and I knew it. So I kind of had the
Fit the
mindset
character.
of what's that?
Yeah, fit the character. I get it.
I was in the mindset of do something no one else is doing and do it better than anyone else.
And that
anyone
was your
else will.
character. Yeah, I understand. I get it. Right. You don't look like you can do a flip, so let's not try to flip. I get that.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. So, did you ever use the name Stoney as a wrestler? That'd be so funny.
No, that came along long afterwards.
Okay.
Are you guys sparking up or what? What's going on?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where did Ray go?
Ray went to get a gummy, I bet.
Yeah. He does this. He just leaves. He just
Well,
like
he
leaves
definitely
in the
he
middle of
definitely-
live shows.
doesn't really do gummies. I don't think though.
No, he
'Cause
doesn't.
I
He's-
gave him.
Yeah.
I gave him a few once, and
Oh, there it is. Where'd
Ray.
you go?
I mean, where did I go?
Where'd you
What
go?
do you think? What do you think? I'm just hanging out with you guys all day. I got stuff to do. I'm busy.
Ray, when I gave you gummies, I told you not to eat them all, right?
Yeah, you said
Yeah.
you gave me specific instructions. Bite the head off, and then see
And
how you feel.
and you
Yeah.
ate the whole thing, right?
Two of
Times
them, yeah,
two,
Eventually.
times two, right away.
yeah,
Not even eventually, right
yeah,
away. And
yeah.
he called me, and I thought he was
Yeah.
definitely kidding with me.
No, I wasn't kidding.
Well, because I couldn't tell. He's like, Vinny,
Yeah.
what was in that? I'm like, what do you mean? Come on, you're messing with me. He's like, no, no, no. What was in that? I'm like, no, no, no. It's
I said I
just
feel like I'm gonna throw up.
it's just pot. And I think I might have said, then throw up.
Yeah,
Let it out.
Yeah.
That's called purging.
Yeah. That had to have been intense.
Yeah.
That had to have been real intense.
yeah. The only thing that really saved me was he goes, "Look, nobody ever died from a pot overdose. You'll be
Right.
fine. You're just gonna
Isn't
feel
that the
weird."
weirdest thing? Like growing up, they scare the crap out of you with that. You're gonna die. You're gonna die, and then
I just
you
didn't feel
realize
good. I just
it's
felt
never
really
happened.
sick. I didn't feel like high or whatever. I just felt like I had the worst. My head was spinning and I felt like I was going to throw up, and once I threw up I was going to die. That's how bad I felt.
Was your heart racing?
No.
No. See, I've
Did
had
it
that
feel
issue
like it
before.
was?
I
What?
don't even remember. I just remember feeling very very sick, like I was going to throw up, and I couldn't like function. I was like
And then
I
die.
couldn't. Yeah.
No, yeah. I've had that happen before though, where something's too much, too intense. My heart is racing from weed, and I don't like that. You know what I mean? That's too much. That's too
So
much.
I ate, which a friend of mine theorizes was 2,000 milligrams one night.
Oh my god, terrible.
And I call it my episode because
My episode.
I needed my wife to hold my pulse because I really thought it was about to pop. She's like, no, it's fine. I'm like, well, wait till the thoughts go because I think that's when it really goes. I definitely thought I was not attached to gravity. I thought maybe I was slowly dying. but I,
Attached to gravity.
but I didn't fucking go to the hospital. You know what I mean? I'm a pro. I
Me
know
neither.
to sit it
2,000,
out.
3 zeros, 2,000.
I
Yes,
feel like
2,000.
if anyone were to ever die from weed, it would be you, Jimmy.
Not a chance.
And I mean that, I don't.
Yeah, but I was going to let Stoney know. I was going to ask Stoney. I didn't want to get totally right into school time, but Stoney, do you know why nobody's ever died off of cannabis?
Oh boy, here we go.
I don't officially know. I assumed because
Here we
it's
go.
not dangerous.
Well,
Here we go.
you have something along with every other mammal that's called the
Oh.
endocannabinoid system.
Oh,
my
And
God.
it's like a DNA thing where the molecules they fit like a puzzle piece into the DNA or something like that to heal it.
I don't know. So your endocannabinoid system is waiting for raw cannabis its entire life. So the way we evolved to have that is we were eating it for millions of years. You don't get high when you eat raw cannabis.
Not a chance.
So because and it creates balance in our whole system. Every other system we have becomes balanced when we satiate our endocannabinoid system with I would estimate, like, let's say 30,000 milligrams of raw THC, and you're not getting
Why were
stoned off
people
that
eating raw cannabis 50 million years ago?
because it's the highest protein out of any plant-based food. It's
Oh,
got
okay.
the perfect omega ratio for the human body to utilize
And how are they
100%.
eating it? Just picking it off the plant and eating it, or are they
You might
mixing
have
it with something?
you might have to ask them because we lost that kind of knowledge. That
How are we
way,
going to ask them? We're going to have to
well,
take
we
2 million milligrams and then ask them if we're not
kind of
attached to
a
gravity.
little bit. So
Well,
there was a woman on the video on YouTube a while ago who juiced raw cannabis for whatever disease she had. But this was so long ago before I even knew kind of more about this stuff that I was talking about. When you take, because of the endocannabinoid system, if you take, let's theorize, 5,000 milligrams of activated THC, your body shuts down the uptake of cannabis. So we have a natural shutoff valve to cannabis because of our endocannabinoid system. If we had an alcoholabinoid system, alcohol wouldn't kill us. Our body would shut down the uptake of it and be like, you've had enough. Yeah.
wow.
And if we have raw, we reach this point where I don't think any of us has ever felt, no matter how much you smoke. We feel like You guys, we're all old. Have you guys all seen? Ray never watches movies. Big Trouble in Little China.
Yeah,
Never saw it.
When they were
of course.
taking a shot before getting into the fight, and they were like, "Man, I feel fucking good." When you research what your endocannabinoid system satiated would do, we wouldn't have any disease. We wouldn't feel like eating animal fats. We wouldn't feel like having sugar, cigarettes, alcohol. We would feel like utopic.
Right.
That's all.
I
That's all
love
science.
tapioca pudding.
But that's all science too.
Yeah.
It's not just my theory.
So Jimmy, you're in Pennsylvania, right?
Yes.
Do you guys have recreational dispensaries?
New
I don't
Jersey
know.
does.
You don't know?
I don't know. I don't really trust dispo weed. I don't really trust the governing bodies that are the friends of the growers that ended up then falsifying the THC levels and also finding all kinds of shit inside the weed now. But for 30 years that I've been smoking, I've in the black market, it's always been pretty fucking high ethics, you know?
Yeah. No, absolutely. That's what I was actually going to ask you. Like, do you like it? Because some of it's not good.
Right? That's what I've seen. I almost don't. I don't even know if I've even tested it that much. People have given it to me, and I've kind of been like, I don't know.
Yeah.
And then I ended up giving it to somebody else. Yeah.
Yeah, it feels very, I don't know, concentrated.
And then that fucking Delta 8 shit came out. Everybody knows that stuff, right? Stay away from it.
Delta 8?
It is THC derived from CBD. Why do that? So the CBD was allowed because it has no THC, but then somebody figured out how to chemically fuck around with it and gave you, and it's probably bad for us because actually California put an emergency ban on it. They don't want anybody using it.
Yeah. Well, you know what's wild? I don't know if you've heard of this app called Yuka. Okay, so it's basically you scan foods. You go to the store, you scan the foods, and it tells you if there's harmful chemicals in it.
I've heard of it.
And it's pretty fucking nuts how many things, regular things that we normally eat, have like crazy hazardous things in them. I was eating these waffles from Whole Foods, and you think Whole Foods and they put organic on the box and all that stuff, and it's very, they know what they're doing. It's advertising, right? But it's not really good for you. There was lead in the fucking waffles. Lead. So yeah, I'm scanning everything now. And it'll tell you straight up, like, out of a scale from 0 to 100, like how bad it is for you and why it's bad.
So this gets into the topic for me where when people, I didn't mean to cut you off either. Or whatever. When people say, I'm not into politics, I go, do you like the food given to you like it's safe? Do you like the water you drink? Do you like the air you breathe? Because all the policies that happen in society are what shapes how a society works.
Right.
And there was a time where we felt we were being taxed without representation, and we revolted. And we can prove
about the Boston Tea Party.
Sure, but there's a time since 1980 that we can prove that we haven't been represented for the last 44 years.
Mm-hmm.
So, and we know that they've been writing the laws. And in a way, I'll point out that they're getting away with murder. So they're kind of made themselves kingdoms again.
Right.
Because that's what a king could do, write the law and get away with murder. And not represent the wishes that we have. Like, did any of us vote that, like, the richest people should not pay taxes? We all think that that's the way it should go because they're smart, they can afford the tax attorneys or whatever. But
yeah,
if we all said no to our politicians should listen to that and then make it illegal for them to fucking pay their fair share, which is exactly what makes America America, I'm pretty sure, is if everybody pays their fair share. If not, somebody thinks they're like above everything and kings. So we allowed money into politics as free speech just before 1980. And that's when you can look at some data that shows that we've lost all representation since 1980.
Oh, absolutely.
Why is high fructose?
Ray, wake up, Ray.
Why is high fructose corn syrup in our society?
It's delicious.
Right.
Sugar was delicious. And it's not like we needed it or we would have died. So if the world had a shortage, they were like, look, we have a substitute that's shittier, but what do you think? And we were like, yeah, whatever. No, they didn't even give us that to choose from. They just delivered it to us in fucking cereal boxes as kids. Like, they advertise it in cereal.
Natural cane sugar is actually really not that bad for you.
It's probably not, right? And especially
and all
if
they
you
do
give
is say how bad it is and then try to make these replacements for it, which just are
it's literally only because it was cheaper. That's
right.
we all
that's
also
exactly.
And we also basically know that now. So why were they ever using red dyes and shit?
Yeah. I think we should
Why?
all just stop paying taxes. Like if everyone stop, what can they do?
So, well, because actually, here I'll
They won't be
battle
able
it
to
with
pave
this.
the streets.
No, I'll battle it with this or I'll push back with this. They control the army, like and the military, so they'll squash us if we try to like fuck around, or they'll put us in jail, and then
is there enough of them though?
People start revolting. If they get the right ones, it'll scare enough people. It'll keep them from revolting. But that's the thing. Our forefathers left us political revolutions so we wouldn't have to have a violent one. And it is in the form of basically calling your two representatives and saying, do you represent something that 90% of us want? Oh, you don't know about it? I'll call you back in a week. I mean, there is the group out there. I don't have to plug anything, but in our Constitution is Article 5 that says if two-thirds of the states, that's how
I like talking about BMX, dick jokes, wrestling, and gold chains. What's Vinny talking about?
I got kicked out of every class there was in school.
What channel did I switch on to here? Is this the same podcast? What's going on here? Article 25.
This is what happens when people
no
come
taxes,
in.
revolt.
Things change. The
Boston
changed.
Tea Party. My dad's glasses. What's going on?
We'll be back.
Stoney, jump in here and save us, Stoney.
Right.
Stoney, save us.
Right. Dad's dead at 48 because of fucking sugar. You know what I mean?
Jimmy,
diabetes.
I'm with you.
You know what I mean?
Play racquetball with those things. I don't remember your dad playing.
I don't know what you mean racquetball. Well, who said racquetball?
I don't know. You look like a slee stack. What's going on here? Stoney, help us. Stoney, help us. Stoney's eating a Papa John's pizza with corn syrup in it.
Stoney needs some real weed. Stoney needs some real weed instead of that vapey stuff.
Needs some real weed.
What are you smoking right now, Jimmy?
Well, is it which way? The grass way or you guys doing this stuff yet?
What's
you always
that?
have every piece of.
Is that your diaphragm? What is that?
It's the rosin.
I have a question. Stoney, when are you going to go to the BMX Hall of Fame? Because I've been there twice already, and you haven't been there.
Yeah,
what are you waiting for?
The problem is it's on a weekend, and
isn't it in like fucking Utah?
Is Stoney a BMXer?
I'm a BMXer.
Oklahoma,
like from back in the day, BMXer?
Yes.
No, like Stoney a pro.
He wrestled. He BMX'd. He
not like a
marijuana.
Pro though, right?
See, this is why Ray needs to be my wrestling manager. He's sitting there hyping.
Stoney's done everything.
Totally.
Stoney once took
you were amateur, right?
Stoney once took a hot air balloon from his house to Africa and back with no navigation. He used hemp.
So listen, Ray's been known to lie. Ray's been known to lie, but also sometimes these are 100% true. Stoney, do you use a fucking hot air balloon?
Yes. Tell him.
No,
yes.
I can see it.
No. What? Dude, that story was great. What's that?
That's
that dust from behind your curtain? Look at that. Stoney, what is that? What's the technical term for that? What is that?
Am I right?
Oh, I don't know. You'd have to look it up. Grape pie.
Grape pie.
Yeah.
Oh.
Where do they come up with these names?
Just eat that whole thing, dude. Do it. I'll eat it. Bring that to work tomorrow, and I'll eat it first thing in the morning.
Yeah, but it's raw. It won't do anything.
It's not supposed. You said for 100 billion years they ate it, so I want to eat some.
Yeah, but that's not raw.
What's
you
that?
Said it's raw. What's that? A film canister? What's that? The Zabruder film? What's he showing?
It's backwards.
Organic RSO. Organic RSO.
Oil?
Yes, sir. Rick Simpson oil, that is.
Holy crap.
Well, you know what I mean by Rick Simpson oil, right? Yes.
Bart Simpson oil.
Rick Simpson.
Yeah.
That kills cancer.
That's hair gel. What's he doing?
It kills cancer, bro.
Where did you buy it?
Who doesn't kill cancer?
I believe you.
What'd
you
you say,
make that or
Stoney?
did you buy it?
Yeah, you know, made. Yeah, I guess it's made.
Huh.
No, I asked because that's a lot.
Stoney, do you? Yeah, they give it away. Basically, it's free for patients. Is what a friend of mine kind of started, and I'm like, that's brilliant. Let's do it.
Wow. So, what's your favorite? What's the best way for you? Do you like to smoke
I like to
or
smoke a
edibles?
bong. I like
Yeah.
to smoke a bong. I like edibles to take off the edge, basically, as well. So then you don't
I
have to
have no
smoke as
edge. We
much.
talked about this earlier.
A little bit. I've seen you get a little bit mad
I
sometimes.
don't have an edge. I
That
have
we were
no
talking
edge.
about that before. I'm like, I've never really seen you angry, like for real.
Ray,
Except
what do
for
you
when
are
it's
you
just
watching
the toilet.
sports, Ray? What are you watching?
Unless someone's
The
hoarding all the
Phillies.
toilet paper.
Okay.
Those are my teenagers upstairs. This is sports is how the emperor distracted the masses. Am I right?
Oh my god.
Poor,
Hey,
poor Ray. He just all
I'm
he
just
wanted to do was
saying.
watch the game
Red Ant
tonight.
Circus.
And
Right.
he's stuck here.
Stoney, don't make me slap you. What'd you say? I will walk to Chicago and slap you and walk home.
Dude, we'll double team, bro. Tag team against the ropes.
That would. Can you imagine me and Stoney wrestling right now? Would I need a?
I could.
I could do it in a
I could.
pool, maybe. I could wrestle you in a pool, 6 feet of water. I could do it, maybe. That's
Why,
about
why
it.
are we wrestling, Ray?
Just for a
No,
charity.
Ray, you're the
For
manager.
charity.
You're not a wrestler. You're the manager.
For charity.
In a pool of all places, you want to be wet and naked with me?
Well,
Is that
no,
what
I'm
you're
just
saying?
saying. Well, on natural gravity, I would die. I can barely.
Mike, he's right.
I can barely walk. I'd have to
Charity.
be in a pool.
He's right for charity.
I just want to give you. I just want to give you that eye rake.
He's a
I remember they used
celebrity.
to do when
That's what
Georgiano
I
Steele would
called
do
him.
the eye rake. Was my favorite. I want to do that.
Because
And
Ray's
then
a
you slam
celebrity,
your
but I'm
foot on
trying
the
to
ground.
figure out if
He
Stoney
is.
really was a pro biker or amateur, even
Both.
like Ray.
Both. He was both.
Both.
He
But
was like
this
when radio ordered pie, he ordered both. That figure
But
that
this
one
is
out.
Ray
Say I
that's
don't
saying
watch
that
movies.
nobody has verified. Mike, has Stoney ever ridden a BMX bike in his
Yes.
life? Oh shit! Look at him behind him. He just fucking moved. He moved.
We haven't discussed.
Has he ever ridden a BMX bike?
I don't
School
know.
listen.
children in Chicago still sing songs about him and his pipe jump. He used to ride a pipe jump.
I still do. All right, I try to. I'm not very good at it.
Do you think weed hinders or helps your bike riding?
I only do it to go to sleep, pretty much.
Really?
Yeah, it's.
You're not very stony. Not that I care. I really could care less. I
You
love
only
it.
use to go to sleep. That's
No,
it.
it's just. I need something to put me to sleep. Like I had insomnia. my
Well,
whole
I'm
life.
glad. Good. That's perfect.
Like
Find
I
where
was,
this stuff can help you. Perfect.
I was a little kid going to school for not sleeping for like 2 or 3 days because my insomnia was so bad and no one knew what to do. And they gave me stuff that made me a zombie.
Yeah.
And
Give him
it
some
didn't
drugs.
work. It didn't work. It
Right.
made me tired, but I couldn't sleep. I'm restless. So then when I was 40 years old, I tried it for the first time. And who waits until they're 40 to get high?
Stoney, I could cry at this story. I mean, I'm not going to, but
Oh, but I did it.
Oh, he's got worse
and-
stuff. He's got worse stories than this.
no,
This
I'm
is
just
nothing.
saying no. But this touches exactly why I'm like, wait, what the
No,
fuck?
I get it.
Why don't they tell kids this? Why isn't like every 12-year-old should know all the shit that I'm talking about?
Mm.
That it can make fuel, that it can make houses that don't burn. For real, ask a fire guy if he wants to walk into a house that can't burn. Yes. So then when they're at 18, they won't graduate and be pieces of shit anymore. You know what I mean? Like every kid in the high schools today are basically the goal is still to
I
be a
couldn't
piece of
agree
shit.
anymore. I couldn't agree
So
anymore.
Stoney took a
Yeah.
hot air balloon to Africa once.
Self-directed, right? No GPS or something. I've
Can't
heard
believe
this
he's not
story.
telling you about it.
What do they do in that song?
You
They
pick-
they bless the rains. I went there to bless the rains.
Yeah,
Is that what happened?
that's
Yes.
what it was.
All
Plus
right.
the rings down in Africa.
I'm blessing the rains in Africa, Ray.
He took some Chicago deep dish and went all the way to Africa.
I left it there. They can have
We
it.
left it there. Damn.
That's great. So,
So,
no, I
Mike,
agree.
what else
I
you got on
agree.
the agenda here tonight?
I agree. Oh,
We just
gonna
got
end
started.
this. We're gonna end this soon. I know it just got
End
started.
it soon. Vinny
Yeah.
just
Been going
started.
an hour and a
Vinny's
half
ready.
already.
Yeah, but I also
I've
said
been
a
here an hour and a
1,000
half.
words already. I've
1,000
already
words.
said 1,000 words, so we're good.
1,000
I've filled
words.
in.
Wait, we're getting paid by the word?
No,
My last
you,
check never cleared.
you're
What's up with that?
getting
My last
you're
check
getting
never
paid
cleared.
for this.
Yeah, oh yeah, we all get paid. This is like the hugest
I had to pay
podcast.
to do this. What's going on
Dude.
here?
No, Jimmy, I think that you're onto something, man. I really do.
Oh,
I
he's
think
on
you-
something.
I
Believe me,
think
he's
you
on
should
something.
have.
He's been
I think
blowing
you should
it
have
out
your own
onto the
podcast and just
screen.
talk about this. Just tell the people. Just tell
Will
everybody.
you be my first guest so you can show me how to do it?
Sure, absolutely.
Thank you.
Because I think you would absolutely kill it, man.
Oh, he'd kill it.
How many times a day do you smoke? Yeah. How many times a day do you smoke?
I want to quote Bob Marley's tour guide. 25. Wow.
Wow.
It's way
That's
more
great.
than 25.
Do you wake up and you smoke?
Yes, sometimes even in the middle of the night. You know, I think seriously, you just reach a point
That's
where
fantastic, man.
you reach a point where it's like bored. You know, boredom. If I guess.
It's bored. It doesn't seem like boredom to you.
No.
Bored.
I mean, you get bored with not walking the dog without smoking. You know, like I'd rather smoke and walk the dog.
Oh yeah. Gotcha.
You don't even have a dog.
I do
No, he
too.
does have a dog. I saw it.
Yeah,
He's walking the dog whether you see it or not.
I mean, I fuck around with that stuff sometimes. You know that.
Yeah. That's great.
Microdosing, you know.
Right.
Stoney, ever try that?
Leave Stoney alone.
Why?
I'm
Nothing
just
against it. I
kidding.
just haven't tried it.
Gotcha.
What does
Arrange-
microdose mean? Something small in doses, but I don't get it.
But usually a mushroom. It's usually mushrooms.
Ray's just been watching the game the whole time.
It's over. They lost.
Oh,
They lost. What are you watching? The highlights?
No, now I'm just flicking through the channels, trying to find a special on microdosing.
This is it.
And I'm looking up. I'm looking up.
It's on Facebook right now.
Ric Flair's big hands. I'm trying to find out.
Flair chop.
Oh yeah, Jimmy, you missed that story.
Yeah, you missed it all. You missed it all. You missed it all. You missed everything.
Luckily, you can catch the replay.
Yes, catch the replay.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know. But yeah, Ric Flair.
Mike, what are you smoking on?
Marlboro Reds.
Right now I'm smoking a cigarette, which I know it's not good. But
yeah, we've been through that before.
Yeah, we've been through this.
We can get there again.
This is a raw Canacure, actually it's called.
Catacomb Malt Lickum.
Canacure. It's New York.
Canacure.
New York grown. Yeah, New York, like upstate.
New York.
Is that it's a dispensary then, you're saying, right?
Hudson Valley. It's a
yeah, government controlled, packed
do you
by.
Do you care to quit smoking cigarettes?
No, he doesn't care. He's
To quit
smoking
smoking
that
cigarettes.
government weed. He's smoking government cheese, man.
It's
Whoa,
such a fucking weird thing. It's such a weird thing because I know how bad
about
it
the
is.
water cooler thing. Holy
No, but
shit.
do you care to quit? Because I think if you
he
tried
doesn't wanna
hemp
quit.
cigarettes,
No, he loves smoking.
like I know you like smoking weed too, but you can smoke hemp cigarettes all day long because they don't get you high at all.
Right.
And they might even reverse the damage that nicotine and tobacco has done.
Taste like a baboon's
I mean, I'm
ass,
definitely
bet.
willing to try it. I'm definitely
Look at that,
open.
Because
look
I
at
think
Stoney
they're
going to town on that pizza with the
I think they're
corn
out
syrup
there.
in it.
That was like his 18th
Papa
slice,
John's.
it seems like.
I want to challenge Stoney to a pizza eating contest.
He wouldn't do very well. It took him a couple.
Stoney and I should be
took him an hour to
competitive
get to that
eaters.
second slice.
Well, he's clearly healthiest out of all of us.
Easily. No, he just didn't get his food stamps
Yeah.
last week. He's just broke. He's starving to death.
He could ride his bike for some money. He could take out and busker some BMX tricks, right?
No, he probably can't do any tricks.
Oh, I got
He can
tricks.
barely walk.
I got tricks. I can
What's
still
your go-to flatland trick, Stoney?
back peg hops.
Oh Christ! Anyone can do
I
that.
could do. Ray did that in amateur.
My God,
I can
I
still,
would do that and get booed off the AFA circuit. You kidding me? Back wheel.
I can
hops.
still do a cricket pretty solid.
Okay, he doesn't ride flatland. Never mind. I apologize. He's not a rider. Fucking crickets and back wheel hops. I'm talking like I'm talking. I want to see a pedal to pedal boomerang
No,
or
I edit
a
stuff.
double tail whip or something. I mean, come
I
on.
edit other people doing that to make it look good.
Okay, all right. Yeah, he doesn't ride. I just found out that Stoney doesn't ride now. Holy shit!
I ride my bike.
I ride a bike too, but I mean,
I rode all
Do
over
a-
Dayton with you.
Do a standing bunny
know.
hop. Right behind it. Right behind you. Do a standing bunny hop.
no, don't do it. No, he'll knock his water jug
Downstairs,
over and
Dave.
flood the house.
All right. All right. But do you really ride? You know what I mean? That's all I was
Says he
asking.
claims
with
he
that.
does, but when he just said
If you
back wheel
won't do,
hops,
if you're not going to do a standing silent bunny hop, it's
Yeah.
like, do you even ride? I'm just saying. I'm just kidding.
I mean, I can very confidently say I do not ride. I'm not even close.
You ride.
I can't fucking ride anymore either. Like I don't think my knees work.
Jimmy had a 1985 RL20
Love that thing, and it got stoled.
stolen. Got stolen.
Oh, that sucks.
From the hood, everything got stolen.
How long did you have it before it got stolen?
Long time. I sold my YZ50 to buy it, and
AZ50
from the Oakmont bike shop, and
Oakmont.
it was that aqua one with the aqua Peregrine mags, and what the hell? That might have been like Ray said, 85, I guess.
Yeah, 85, maybe 86, probably 85.
I think 92 it was stolen.
Oh, so you had it for a while.
Yeah, I refurbished it and repainted it. Got some 3-piece cranks on it, and it got fucking stolen.
Did you ever find out who stole it?
Yeah, the thief.
It was up in Maine, and it dawned on me later that maybe the kid that I let borrow it sold it to somebody in town.
Mm.
And then I don't know. I guess I just didn't think about it in time. I don't know. I think I might even have left the school before I realized, like, hold up, did he fucking steal that shit from me and sell it to somebody? But I don't think I would have wanted to tell on him anyway. I don't know.
Yeah.
So I just lost my fucking red line that I love forever.
That sucks.
It does. Whatever, right? It happens.
It's a sad story.
The part that really sucks about it, well, for me at least, when my first Haro Bashguard Master got stolen, some dude who's just gonna use it to ride around town and get from point A to point B. That is not what that bike was meant for. And that's the part that really, like, if it was just like a regular bike, okay, whatever, I would still be mad, but in a different way.
Yeah, like if someone stole it, they should have been like a BMXer,
Yeah, thank you.
Well, that's
Then
very
okay.
I think they call this magnanimous of you, Stoney, because like if you were, the guy probably rode it once and then threw it in a dumpster so he wouldn't get in trouble. So that really fucking sucks. But you're almost saying it would have been nice if he at least like knew where to fucking give it to some kid who would really like kick ass on it. That would be nice. That would be nice if you knew that at least
it went to a good home where
exactly.
it's properly respected and played with.
Yes.
I could write that in a movie where your bike was stolen and then
He's writing movies now.
And then you see a kid that's like going pro and he mentions
movies.
I owe it all to this Haro fucking whatever that my uncle fucking, I'm pretty sure he stole it, but he gave it to me when I was blah, blah, blah on this street I lived on. And then the guy is like, wait, that's my bike. And you go and confront him and it becomes a nice relationship. Whatever.
We go on a hot air balloon ride.
Yes. Yeah. See, that's comical. That's callback, right? You know what I mean?
I invented that kind of stuff.
You did,
whatever
bro.
That is.
You did. He's been making people laugh in the printing industry for, I'll tell you.
Yeah.
He's known. He's known.
A day and a half.
Ray, I got a question.
Hit me with it. I love questions.
I didn't know the whole story, and I know you haven't told the story. What are you allowed to speak about what happened in the hotel lobby?
Oh my God.
What hotel lobby?
I think we talked about that on the show once. And
what year?
He was hesitant.
What, the Florida contest?
No, Dayton, Ohio. After the Mexican restaurant.
Oh, Dayton, Ohio.
Or it might have been at the Mexican restaurant.
Come on, Ray.
What are you talking about?
You didn't walk up to somebody and
Oh, that. Yeah, yeah. Oh, that. I think I think everybody knows that. I think
I haven't
I
heard it.
definitely told it on something, didn't I? What he's
It's not.
getting at is, yeah, I can tell that story. Um, we were in Dayton, Ohio, and it was in the morning, and we went to breakfast with like there were like say 10 of us. And a lot of times when you travel in a group of guys, your friends from when you were kids, you go back to like when you were a kid and you do things that you wouldn't normally do, like you'll say things or you'll throw something, the kind of stuff you wouldn't do if you're with your wife and kids.
Hmm.
So we walked into a restaurant in the morning and it was like kind of packed. And when we walked in, I saw Warren was in front of me and Gary was behind me. And I kind of like walked in between the two of them, and Gary had left himself open, meaning he didn't have his hands down by his side to where if you were gonna do like some type of dick pluck, he left himself wide open. So I took advantage of it and I put my hand down there really quick. He didn't budge, and I was like, "Oh my god, he's off his game," and I plucked him dead center in the penis, full pluck, like it hurt probably because I nailed him so bad. And the reaction wasn't the reaction I thought, because normally it would have been like, "Hey Ray, what are you doing?" or "Hey asshole," but all I heard was in a different voice, "Hey buddy." And I realized that I had dick plucked a 70-year-old man that was standing there waiting to get a table, and it wasn't Gary. And I just said sorry, and I just walked to my table. And
I think
when
he's
I
been waiting to
sat
be dick
down,
plucked.
everybody looked at me like, "Dude, are you okay?" And I'm like, "No." And they're like my face must have been like beet red. And I said, "Dude, I just thought I was gonna dick pluck Gary, but I dick plucked that guy that guy." And he walked out on his phone, and he's on his phone talking to somebody. And I'm like, "Dude, I'm gonna die."
Oh my
And
god.
they're like, "Well, just go tell him you're sorry." I'm like, "Well, I kind of did, but I just want to see if he'll go away." So he was on the phone, and I'm like, he's either calling his son to come beat me up, or he's calling his boyfriend and says, "Hey, we got a third for tonight." So, but the guy just like wound up leaving. He was probably just waiting for a table, and then the dick pluck was like, "Okay, I'm out of here." That story was so funny that when I came home from that trip, I told my wife and son immediately, and they both my wife actually thought it was really funny. My son was just like, "Yeah, we do that all the time." My son was just like, "Yeah, whatever."
We do that all the time.
I didn't know
Yeah.
he was 70.
That's insane. I don't. You never told that story, and
Oh, I thought I did.
Stony,
Yeah.
Oh,
I
first
thought
time I've
you.
heard it.
Well, maybe not
I
on
knew
here.
it happened.
Yeah.
I heard
He
bits
does
and
other
pieces, but this is the
podcasts.
first time I heard it.
It was devastating. Like I'll never do it again because I was scared to death. It was like that feeling you get when you like throw a snowball at a car and then the guy stops and gets out and you're like, "Oh shit, I'm done." Same thing.
Yeah,
It's pretty horrible.
yeah. No, Stony. I thought you were talking about the microwave story.
Yeah, that's what I thought he was talking about. But when
Yeah,
he said
Was that the
Dayton,
one we
Ohio, I
can't
was like,
talk about?
That one I've heard a couple
yeah.
times.
We already spoke about that one.
Just
"Oh,
saying.
the microwave one I've told so many times now, it's ridiculous."
I'm gonna animate that at some point.
Oh,
I,
what, the microwave one?
yes,
Oh,
I haven't
Oh yeah,
found the
that'd be
right.
I'd love that. That'd be
I haven't
great.
found the right AI to do it yet, but I'm totally
Yeah.
going to.
oh, that would
Well,
be
I love
fantastic.
when Steve Crandall or somebody did that, where they did the Matt Hoffman and Dennis McCoy crash, where they were riding a half pipe and they crashed, and Dennis cut his leg open and almost died, and they have the whole thing. They have that, and they have the one where Matt went and he got his ACL reconstructed in a hospital room. Or, I mean, not a hospital room, in a hotel room. And there's the whole thing animated. It's so funny.
That's
So
awesome.
goddamn funny. Yeah, the microwave one would be really good. I'm in. I could narrate it if you have to. I would totally do it.
Yeah, you know what's funny though? You didn't want that. You weren't proud of that story when you spoke about it.
What? The microwave?
Yeah,
I'm still not proud of it. Oh, I'm not. I'll never be proud of it. I don't think it was.
I'm not saying you
E-
shouldn't be. I'm
yeah,
saying,
even from the time it happened till now, I'm not proud of it.
yeah.
It was something horrible to do back then, and and then now it's like, I mean, like the other thing too is I put the poop in there, but I didn't know I didn't put it in there and then hit the button. Someone else hit the button, and I didn't know the guy hit the button.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So technically, I loaded the gun, but I didn't shoot it. You know,
Right. No,
but in a
totally.
court
You
of law, I'm
recognize
going
the
to jail.
entertainment
Probably.
value of it, right?
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's horrible.
Yeah.
All right. I'm shot.
Yeah. Vinny's down there in the Unabomber shed doing something. Who knows what he's doing?
Definitely not
Thanks.
trying. Definitely not planning to blow anything up.
Thank you guys for coming on.
Just
I
that
appreciate
other
it.
end of the bong.
Thanks, Mike. Sorry I was late.
No, it's all good, man. It's all
Well,
good.
whatever. No, I missed a lot of stuff. A lot of time with
almost
Ray.
2 hours.
We'll do another one with us, and
Oh, that's okay. I'm good.
We'll record it instead of doing it live, you know, so we can like really fucking riff, you know.
Ray didn't tell me it was live. I maybe would have canceled with the wife.
Oh, is it live? Wait,
Yeah,
this
it's
was live?
I guess. I mean,
The successful live video.
It's only live if people are watching it. No one watched it.
yeah, it's like a tree falling in the
Yeah,
forest.
they're over in the right, dude. I'm in the
Yeah, it's
green.
Stoney, he's here, and then one other dude named Kid.
Kid Wilson. Who's old fat guy BMX?
Stoney.
Oh,
So there's 2 people watching. One is on it, so there's one person watching.
well,
That
Stoney's
guy
not
dies in a
fat
car
either.
crash tonight. This will be for nothing.
Stoney, you're not fat either, Stoney. What's going on here?
I was a little fluffier before, and then it's a long story.
All right.
I'm a success story. We'll save it for another podcast.
He
Perfect.
said, "I'm a success story." That's awesome. He is a success story, and he could tell his whole story, and I could make comments about it. That would be really funny if we heard his whole story. I'm sure I could like make jokes about. You can joke about anything almost.
Yeah.
You know.
I was working on the 12 Rays of Christmas.
Oh, you don't have to do that.
I want to.
Yeah,
I'm
work
still
on
writing
something
it.
else. No, you're good. Forget it. I get enough. I get enough attention. I don't need any more.
What kind of work are you doing? Are you writing the lyrics, or is this one of those animated things you're doing?
It's just a passion project. I get ideas in my head, and it's like an OCD thing. I have to get them out of my head and into the world.
And they're funny when he's done with them. They're really, really good. Like,
sometimes they're kind of funny.
Yeah.
He's mentally ill, which is good.
I'm a little mentally ill, which is pretty good.
A little mentally ill.
I think we all are in some way. It's okay.
I'm not.
Oh no.
I'm not mentally ill at all.
But yeah, I was gonna after I figure out the lyrics, I want to.
This project's getting done, right? No matter what.
I'm trying. I'm trying to get it done by Christmas.
That's all right.
I can't wait.
Don't worry. Just go on. Just do something else. We don't need this.
When you see the finished project, you'll understand. Like, it's not just going to be me singing the 12 Days of Christmas with Ray's name in it. It'll make sense when you see it.
Yeah.
Here's what he's going to do. He's going to get all the Factor freestyles we did, because there are so many, and he's going to cut my voice. Going to be like, and then the something,
yes.
And the microwave, and then on the 12th. Yeah, I know all his stuff. I know him too well now.
That's great.
I was right, Stoney. I'm right, aren't I? A little bit.
Honest to God, that was going to be number 5. I didn't know how I was going to word it yet, but that was going to be number 5.
And the microwave in
Hey,
the
we're
hotel.
connected. No,
this is why I wanted to open it up. If you have any sticking points, I think we can get through these. Ray's helped already, and he doesn't even like it. Yeah.
What's he talking about? Yeah. What is he talking about? What is he talking about?
Helping Stoney finish the project.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Jimmy's my co-producer now.
Yeah.
Oh, that's great, man. I can't wait.
So are we wrapping this up? We're going to keep going? What are we doing?
No, we're wrapping it up.
We're wrapping it.
It's way past my bedtime.
Right.
Come on, dude. I appreciate this.
Oh, man. Thanks for coming on. It was great.
No.
It was nice to meet you. Raymond, I love you, man.
I love you too.
Jimmy, thank you so much for coming on, man.
We have a great group right here. Just this group right here is perfect.
We do. This is a good group.
Mike, would you like to buy a podcast?
Yes.
Because you already have about a third of it here already. So
yes,
he'll buy it.
Absolutely. I'm in.
I'll chip in too. You got change for $1?
I'll talk to Eddie and Gary.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's right.
Yep.
Do I own any of that podcast or not?
No, you never bought it.
I don't
I
own
tried
any.
to, and you stopped me.
Wait, what do you mean?
I pitched the show, and you realized I was pitching the show, and I didn't realize I was pitching the show, and then everyone laughed at me for about a good 5 minutes.
Wait, what show did you pitch?
I pitched Factor Freestyle to you on Factor Freestyle.
And we didn't take it? We took it every other time.
We do the deal.
Anyway,
Well, wait, I think Mike sold his to Eddie Fiola once, right?
Yes, he owns.
Yeah, he sold it to him once.
He owns one of the episodes for sure.
Yeah, he owns one of the episodes. Eddie Fiola.
I did that video too. That couch fort video.
Yeah.
we're
Vinny, what are you
passing
doing,
around
man?
podcasts.
I'm wondering what the fuck you guys are talking about, but whatever. It doesn't matter. I don't need to know, but like,
Do you stay down in that basement, or does your wife open the door and let you come up and see the kids and the dog? Or do you just stay down in that basement all the time?
I can bring them all down here if I wanted to.
That'd be a show.
Yeah.
That'd be a show.
I would watch that. I would definitely watch it.
Yeah.
All right, I'm tapping out, fellas.
All
I'm
right.
leaving
tap
too.
out.
I'm
Good night,
leaving
guys.
too.
Peace.
Bye, y'all.